I know she's in. You can't keep me.
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, right? We don't have the ability to manufacture our own. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleo's, but they demanded we only use. Take care.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first. Let me get one thing straight. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid. Be my guest, if you know something I don't about dealing... Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot. I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanic. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates. Surgery mostly. Medical The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their... Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. You look out, though. I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. Has something happened to my favorites? Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to... He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the... You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some That's... well, that's just oh, I'm sorry. It's personal business, Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's fine. Now, if you've nothing else, please see it. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I have few... Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic...
Law, but it's miserable. Chief Tennyson is supposed deplorable conduct. My superior...
She's doing everything she can. It's your people's fault it's not fixed, not June late.
My, aren't you... Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day. Let alone... I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest...
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology.
Well, now that... Oh, you've noticed my friends. They're here to keep the peace. Indeed. What is... Someone must stand for... A luxury stateroom, reserved... Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask...
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable... Money. We got it. Miss Lily has been expecting you. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already... Not a word. Pity. My guy in marketing is about to lose his other. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world.
Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack. I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle if there's anything else. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my league. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes, Thank you. I work hard to keep it. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spring. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some free. Be seeing you.
Seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no...
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thought? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like... I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected. On the contrary, they internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I... They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for... The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect, everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan... The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction. Bakono, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception. Unfortunately, he was also one of the Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know, but most of the philosophist perversion of Bakono's thoughts I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. What about you? And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. That seems a dangerous proposition. Oh, I see. Yes, well, now that we're here, can we check? If I can access the data cartridge from the terminal in security, That'll give us dates. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure.
Yeah, huh? Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her? Gosh, did she ever. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? It's just... she's calm and knows what to do.
CNP burst pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Burst pockets.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Reports from concerned supervisors indicate great drone theft around the ground. We urge all of our listeners to remember that lack of productivity is not a victim's prize. Workers should be on the lookout for slacking and underperformance. Report anyone you suspect of time theft to your supervisor immediately. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Tossball scores from the corners. What about the real glass?
Apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Oh, okay. Well, can you give me a couple of pointers? Sure, I can be myself. I can be myself. You're looking for crew. I'm looking for a way off this port. So, and yeah, I know I came on a little strong, but honestly, when was the last time anybody was so eager to throw in with you? That's gotta count for something, right? Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean... it's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust? Maybe with a little cream on top? Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its... You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, that's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back-bay's well, former dock worker. Guess I... Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
Hey there! Got word on the wireless. Your flag's cleared, you're free to go. Hope you enjoyed your time on Groundbreaker, the last free port. Made it up on the spot. Pretty good, right?
I don't get it.
Well, I thought it was neat.
I ain't felt so much as a tepid breeze in weeks.
Well, it doesn't smell as bad here as Edgewater's graveyard in high summer, so...
Either way, let's not stick around so long we all roast alive. No offense, Miss Elson, I'm sure whatever critical problem needs fixing will get patched in time.
Whew. I'm starting to feel like a sisty roast in all this armor. We don't need luck. We got June Lay. Wheeler's gonna love it! Bye now!
your sights out, friend.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my... Then get to... Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. We're the security force. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the set. Folks started calling us Mardet.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? This is the security desk. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless. Search me? I mean, don't search me. I reckon you'd have to ask the folks in Byzantium. Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardets on. That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too, then. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data package, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authority? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets,
Warning, intruders will be... Oh, it's you.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But... Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest... I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was... When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. Let's see here. Talking about old... They were close, Captain. Like... I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? If you're there, I'm sure things will be okay. Like, I mean, you wouldn't let nothing bad happen to me, right? Thanks for asking, by the by. It means something to know you're looking out.
Good luck, Captain.
Hey, be careful with those cranes.
Rizzo's document outlaw.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so... what? Oh, and don't worry on the price. Sure, Captain. Can we do this? Oh, and... Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my head... I've just been lying awake, thinking... Oh! Beer. Bottoms up.
Beer, huh? Good choice, if you want to get unsober in a hurry.
Ah, this... Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. Specifically. Definitely specifically. Oh, why'd I drink that? I mean, just... with Junlei. I don't know what to do about... Well, she talked about another girl, right? Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how this Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Then it all went down the tubes. I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all... I need another drink. Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come. Shush you. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but... everything? I gotta... Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? There's nothing easy about spilling your... You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks... Of course. Wouldn't you be? Huh. I'd never... She seems perfect to me. Maybe those are just... Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts. I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... Wow. So much to think about. Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should? Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel.
You know something, Parvati? You ought to come drinking with the crew more often.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. Come on.
Rizzo's Burger Punch. You want a punch? We got your punch right here.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into...
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much. And I don't feel it today. I guess that was. I wouldn't mind having a drink again. I messaged Junlei when we got back and she replied super quick. Okay. I reread my message in the morning and it was unclear. I was drinking when I said. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I want to be honest with her, so... Yeah. I ought to go write her back. I mean,